I was reminded of an incredible spiritual truth this past week in talking with a friend. I want to share it with you this morning. Some thoughts on it. Hope it will be helpful. With my cares, with my worries, with my anxieties, with my burdens, with my stress, guess what I do with them? I hold on so tightly to them. And right now I'm experiencing in my life a little lack of hope, some hopelessness, some purposelessness, a lot of stress, some anxiety, and it gets the best of me. And then to my worries, to my anxieties, to my stresses, to my strains, I cling to them. I don't mean to, I just do. 1,001 things go right today, but I concentrate on the 1,001 things that go wrong for today and tomorrow, And then I mull over my anxieties, my stresses, my worries. I mull them over in my mind. My mind becomes preoccupied with them. And guess what? They get bigger and then they grow and they become these monsters in my mind. All that concerns me for my life, for the life of others and those I love. And they can become bigger. Can you identify with any of this? What do we do? Can we ever be free? How? The answer, the remedy, 1 Peter 5:7. Cast your cares on him because he cares for you. Cast your cares on God because God cares for you. Cast your cares, Bill, on God. Throw them on God. Hurl them on God. Throw them up, throw them out on God. Project it. Don't mull it over in my mind. Project it out of my mind onto God. Throw it up on God. Hurl it out on God. Cast it on God. I think of having a rod and a reel and throwing out a lure into the river, but then my line goes out and I lose my lure, Or I think of a net. I throw out a net, but I don't have a rope on it to haul it back. My problem is, when it comes to worries, anxieties, stresses, strains, anxiousness, is I cast it on God, but then I reel it back in and I haul it back into my mind. I don't let it go. And that's the problem. That's the challenge, isn't it? So in our day-to-day life, in my day-to-day life, I get practice, and I get a lot of practice. Again and again and again and again, I will get the choice to cast my worries and anxieties onto God. And I'll get lots of practice. And if I do it 1,000 times a day, then I think it will become habit, with that repetition, with that faith, with that expectancy that God hears, cares, and understands. Because here's the thing, I cast them onto God rather than cast it more in my mind and turn it around in my mind. I project it out and cast it onto God. And why would I want to cast it onto God? Because God cares for me and God cares for you. I love the play on words here. Cast your cares on God because God cares for you. We have so many preoccupations in our mind, don't we? What is God's one preoccupation? What is the one thing that God thinks about? What is God's one concern? You and me and our thriving in life. And God is more intimately involved in our lives than we could possibly imagine. Are we intimately preoccupied with God and God's care for us instead of our worries? And that's the choice we get to make, to turn it all over to God and let God deal with it. God, this is your problem. Here's this worry, here's this stress, here's this strain, here's this fear. It's your problem, God. I cast it on you. And you and your care will take care of it. And you'll let me know what I need to know. And you'll do what needs to be done. You see, our thoughts devour us. Our thoughts consume us. Only one thing causes our pain, and it's the thoughts that we have in our mind that cause us pain and upset by the meaning we give to things, the interpretation we give to things. Rarely do we live in the now. Rarely do I live in this day. Rarely do I live in this moment. So to live in the now, to experience God's loving care in this moment, is the remedy. To keep casting my cares on Him and fill my mind with His care. There's the remedy. And to do that again and again and again and again till it becomes like breathing. From all my cares to the God who cares for me. I believe this is the answer. God's love and care. So I've said it. Take what's helpful, leave the rest. I'll try to apply it. May you as well. Let's keep on practicing. Till next time, may you live all the days of your life.